Welcome to Pod Studio, level up your fluency from trending topics. Today we are going to talk about Gemini, Google's most capable AI model.
Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we cut through the noise and get straight to the knowledge. Today we're plunging into a topic that, well, Google's CEO, Sundar Pichai, has called the most profound technology shift in our lifetimes, far bigger than the shift to mobile or to the web before it. He's talking about AI, of course, and specifically Google's latest, and they say, most capable artificial intelligence model yet, Gemini. So our mission for you today is really to unpack exactly what Gemini is. How's it achieving this state-of-the-art performance? What are its next-gen capabilities? And, crucially, how is it being rolled out responsibly? And what impact will it actually have on your daily life and work? This deep dive is based directly on the official announcements from Sundar Pichai himself and also Demis Hassabis, the CEO and co-founder of Google DeepMind. So let's get started. Okay, so Pichai paints this really expansive picture, doesn't he? AI is this huge opportunity for humanity. What's the core of this grand vision, for human progress that he's articulating, and how does Google see itself fitting in?
Yeah, it's definitely a big vision. It's where AI acts as a fundamental catalyst, not just, another tool. Pichai sees its potential to drive innovation, economic progress, and really enhance our ability to gain knowledge, learn, create, boost productivity, all on an unparalleled scale. And the ambition is genuinely global. Make AI helpful for everyone, everywhere.
It's also key to remember, this isn't like a sudden pivot for Google. They've been on this AI-first path for nearly 8 years. They've been laying the groundwork for something like Gemini for quite a while.
Oh, right, that context is important.
Right.
And then you have Demis Hassabis from Google DeepMind. He brings a perspective that feels, deeply rooted in the origins of AI research itself. How does his sort of philosophical drive for building smarter machines complement Pichai's broader vision? Well, Hassabis has always believed in building smarter machines to fundamentally benefit humanity. That's been his focus, his long-held vision for AI. It's for it to feel less like just a clever piece of software,
Yeah.
and more like something genuinely useful and intuitive, maybe an expert helper or assistant. And Gemini, in many ways, feels like the first major realization of that original vision he had when DeepMind was formed. It's a massive collaborative effort. Remember, it brings together Google DeepMind and Google Research. And it's driven by this really profound desire to truly augment human capabilities. It's not just efficiency, it's pushing boundaries.
So what's truly insightful here for you, the listener, is that this isn't just Google releasing, say, a faster app. This combined vision from Pichai and Hassabis, it really signals a potentially profound reshaping of our relationship with tech itself. We seem to be moving towards a future where AI isn't just a separate tool, but more like a seamlessly integrated partner in discovery and creation. And this idea of a fundamental shift, it isn't just philosophical talk, is it? It's rooted in a radically new technical architecture. So what truly sets Gemini apart, conceptually, from older AI models? What's the core breakthrough?
The breakthrough is really its native multimodality, and that's a fundamental shift genuinely in how AI processes information. Unlike older ways that would sort of stitch together separate components for different data types, one for text, another for images maybe.
Yep.
Gemini was, as I say, built from the ground up, built to seamlessly understand, operate across, and combine different kinds of information, all at the same time. We're talking text, code, audio, images, video, all understood within a single unified framework. That integrated understanding is absolutely key.
Okay, so it's not just handling different data types, but handling them all at once, like with one cohesive brain. That kind of native multimodality sounds incredibly flexible. But does it also present unique challenges, like in training, or maybe potential biases when you combine such diverse data?
It's precisely that unified understanding that unlocks its flexibility and power. Absolutely. Though, yes, managing that vast and diverse training data is a huge undertaking, no doubt. But the benefit is immense. Gemini can run efficiently on, everything from powerful data centers right down to mobile devices, which opens up a massive range of applications. And to achieve that across different scales, Google has optimized Gemini 1.0 into 3 sizes. There's Gemini Ultra, their largest, most capable model for really complex tasks. Then Gemini Pro, which is optimized for scaling across a wide range of tasks, more of a workhorse. And finally, Gemini Nano. That's their most efficient model, designed specifically for on-device tasks. Crucial for mobile integration, that one.
Got it. So for you listening, this means envisioning an AI that doesn't just read text or just look at an image, but truly sees, hears, and reads with a single integrated understanding. From a massive data center maybe down to your smartphone. Imagine asking it about a video clip. And it gets both the dialogue and what's visually happening simultaneously. The unified comprehension. That's the power. Okay, so how does this sophisticated architecture translate into, well, raw power and intelligence? How do we even start measuring the performance of an AI like Gemini against, say, human capabilities?
That's a great question, and it raises this fascinating point about setting the benchmark for human-level performance in AI. Google has put Gemini through incredibly rigorous testing, and what's really striking is that Gemini Ultra, it's exceeded current state-of-the-art results on 30 of the 32 widely used academic benchmarks in large language model research. So it's not just about being good, it's about pushing past those previous limits.
30 out of 32.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. But is there like a headline figure, something that really makes us sit up and take notice, demonstrating this new level of intelligence?
I think there is. That would probably be the MMLU benchmark. That stands for Massive Multitask Language Understanding. And Gemini Ultra is the first model ever to outperform human experts on this specific benchmark. It achieved a score of 90.0%.
Wow, outperforming human experts.
Exactly. And MMLU is incredibly broad. It uses 57 different subjects, think math, physics, history, law, medicine, ethics, all sorts. It tests both world knowledge and sophisticated problem solving. And Gemini's improved reasoning capabilities apparently allow it to think more carefully before answering. That seems key to this big improvement. And beyond MLU, it also got a state-of-the-art score, 59.4% on the newer MMMU benchmark. That one focuses on multimodal tasks needing deliberate reasoning. And interestingly, it did this without relying on external OCR systems to pull text from images. That really proves its native multimodal understanding.
Outperforming human experts on something as broad as MMLU. And that's not just a benchmark, is it? It feels like a genuine shift in what we consider intelligent problem solving. For you, that suggests AI can now spot patterns and connections in diverse subjects at a scale and speed. Well, simply beyond human capacity. It fundamentally reshapes our role in knowledge discovery, maybe. What does that imply for how quickly we might see breakthroughs in fields like medicine or material science? It's redefining the goalposts. So beyond the impressive scores, the benchmarks, what can Gemini actually do? What are these next-generation capabilities that might affect our lives in tangible ways?
Well, Gemini 1.0's sophisticated multimodal reasoning is a really major leap. It can make sense of complex written and visual information at the same time, allowing it to, say, uncover knowledge from hundreds of thousands of documents at digital speeds. This has huge potential for breakthroughs across many fields, science, finance, by enabling insights humans might struggle to find in all that data. And because it was trained to recognize and understand text, images, audio all together, it's incredibly good at understanding nuanced information and explaining complex subjects like math and physics, apparently by breaking down the reasoning process step by step.
That's powerful for analysis, for understanding. But what about creation? Its advanced coding capabilities sound particularly exciting for innovation. How might this actually transform the work of programmers and developers?
Oh, this is a huge area. Gemini can understand, explain, and generate high-quality code in popular languages, Python, Java, C++, Ho, Go, making it, they claim, one of the leading foundation models for coding right now. But it goes further. They developed a specialized version of Gemini called AlphaCode 2, specifically for competitive programming problems, the ones involving complex math and theoretical computer science. AlphaCode 2 solves nearly twice as many problems as the original AlphaCode and performs better than 85% of human competition participants. That's up from 50%.
85%? That's remarkable.
It is. And the vision here isn't really to replace programmers. It's for AlphaCode 2 to be a powerful collaborative tool, helping developers reason about intricate problems, design more effective code, better quality code. Imagine it like a brilliant co-pilot, helping you navigate the really complex coding challenges.
Right. So for you, this means an AI that not only helps find new insights in mountains of data, but could also become a sort of intellectual partner, assisting in building complex software, reasoning about its design, maybe even helping debug. It really leans into that partner in discovery and creation idea. Now, this kind of multimodal understanding, this reasoning, it must require some serious horsepower, right? How is Google even building an AI of this scale? What's the engine powering Gemini?
Yeah, absolutely. Gemini 1.0 was trained at scale on Google's specialized AI-optimized infrastructure. This means leveraging their custom-designed chips, the tensor processing units, or TPUs, specifically V4 and V5e. Think of TPUs as these super powerful accelerators, hardware engineered specifically to handle the massive math calculations needed for AI models like Gemini. They let them learn and process information much, much faster than general-purpose processors. Gemini actually runs significantly faster on these TPUs than even early earlier, smaller models did.
That's fascinating. So it's not just clever software. Why is this continuous innovation in specialized hardware so critical for pushing AI capabilities forward?
It's absolutely foundational, really. Software advances can only take you so far if the hardware underneath isn't evolving alongside it. Google also announced Cloud TPU v5P. That's their latest, most powerful, efficient, and scalable TPU system yet. It's designed specifically for training these cutting-edge AI models like Gemini, accelerating its development even further. This constant feedback loop between hardware and software innovation, it allows developers and enterprise customers to train bigger AI models faster, which means new products and capabilities can reach users much sooner.
Right. So for you, this is a clear reminder. Cutting-edge AI isn't just algorithms. It's deeply tied to this incredible specialized hardware infrastructure that Google is constantly developing. And that translates directly into faster, more capable, more responsive AI tools for you. Sure. Okay, but with all this incredible power and capability, the question of safety, responsibility, it becomes paramount, doesn't it? What does Google's commitment to responsible AI really mean in practice for Gemini? How are they approaching this?
They're definitely reiterating their commitment to bold and responsible AI, building on their established AI principles. What's really crucial to understand here is that Gemini has apparently undergone the most comprehensive safety evaluations of any Google AI model to date, covering critical areas like bias, toxicity. It's not presented as an add-on, it's framed as a foundational part of its entire development process.
That raises an important point, though. With a multimodal AI that understands so much, visual, audio, text, are they using novel approaches to anticipate and counter potential harms? It just feels like the risks could be more complex, more varied.
They absolutely can be, and they acknowledge that. Google says they've conducted novel research into potential risk areas unique to multimodal AI, things like cyber offense, persuasion, even autonomy. They're applying Google Research's best-in-class adversarial testing techniques, often called red teaming. That's where diverse external experts deliberately try to break the models, stress test them to find critical safety issues before deployment.
Okay, red teaming makes sense.
Yeah, and they also use benchmarks like real toxicity prompts. That's a data set of, I think, 100,000 prompts from the web with varying levels of toxicity. They use that to diagnose content safety issues during training. It's described as a layered approach with dedicated safety classifiers, robust filters to limit harm, while also continuously working on known challenges like factuality, grounding, attribution, corroboration. And they're also actively collaborating with organizations like ML Commons, the Frontier Model Forum, and its AI Safety Fund, and using the Secure AI Framework, or SAIF, which helps define industry best practices and safety benchmarks for these frontier AI models.
Got it. So for you listening, the takeaway is that the development here isn't just about maximizing capabilities. It's presented as being equally about building trust and ensuring this powerful tech serves humanity safely and ethically. A continuous collaborative and proactive effort, it seems. All right, the big question then. When can you actually start experiencing Gemini in your daily life? Let's talk about the rollout. How is it making its way into the world?
Okay, so Gemini 1.0 is already rolling out across a range of Google products and platforms, which is quite fast, actually. For instance, Bard now uses a fine-tuned version of Gemini Pro. Google calls it the biggest upgrade since Bard launched, and that's available now in English in over 170 countries.
Okay, Bard's a big one. What else?
Then there's the Pixel 8 Pro smartphone. It's the first phone engineered to run Gemini Nano, the on-device version. This is powering new features like Summarize in the Recorder app and Smart Reply in Gboard, starting with WhatsApp, Line, KakaoTalk, with more messaging apps apparently coming soon. Gemini is also making the search generative experience SGE faster. They're citing a 40% latency reduction in US English plus quality improvements. And in the coming months, you should expect to see Gemini integrated into Core Search, Ads, Chrome, and Duet AI as well.
And what about for developers? For businesses, how quickly can they start building with Gemini?
They move pretty quickly there, too. As of December 13th, developers and enterprise customers could access Gemini Pro via the Gemini API. That's available in Google AI Studio, a free web-based tool for quick prototyping. Or, for those needing a fully managed platform, they can use Google Cloud Vertex AI. And Android developers specifically can build with Gemini Nano using something called AI Core. It's a new system capability in Android 14, starting with Pixel 8 Pro devices.
That sounds like a really comprehensive rollout, covering consumers, developers, enterprise. But I noticed you mentioned a phased approach for Gemini Ultra, their most capable model. Why stage the rollout for Ultra? Why not release it immediately with the others?
Yeah, that's a really critical point. tied back to that safety focus we discussed, Gemini Ultra is currently undergoing extensive trust and safety checks, including that red teaming by diverse external parties and further refinement through fine-tuning and reinforcement learning from human feedback. It's getting extra scrutiny. It'll be made available first to select customers, developers, partners for early experimentation, kind of like a closed beta. Broader availability for developers and enterprise customers is slated for early next year. And at that point, Google says they'll also launch Bard Advanced, a new AI experience offering direct access to Gemini Ultra. So it's really about ensuring maximum safety and responsible deployment for their most powerful model, taking extra care.
Okay, that makes sense. So for you, the listener, this is where the abstract really becomes concrete. You are already experiencing, or very soon will experience, Gemini's impact in your everyday devices, your services. From conversational AI like Bard to your smartphone features, even how you search online, its influence is rapidly becoming quite pervasive. And that wraps up our deep dive into Google Gemini. We've seen how it's positioned not just as another AI model, but as a truly multimodal breakthrough. Built from the ground up, remember, to understand text, code, audio, images, video seamlessly. It's delivering groundbreaking performance, even outperforming human experts in that MMLU benchmark. And it brings sophisticated reasoning, advanced coding via AlphaCode 2, and incredibly efficient operations thanks to those specialized Google TPUs. And all of this, importantly, being deployed with what seems like an unprecedented focus on responsibility and safety, ensuring a robust, ethical rollout. So here's a final thought to leave you with. Considering Gemini's ability to seamlessly understand and combine text, code, audio, image, and video, and even outperform human experts in certain complex language tasks.
How might this fundamentally reshape your expectations of an expert assistant? What complex, multi-layered problems will you feel empowered to tackle now that AI can reason across so many different forms of information simultaneously? Something to think about. We definitely encourage you to explore more about Gemini and its potential. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.